Coney Island to the Sunset Strip. Somebody's gonna make a happy trip tonight while the moon is bright. He's gonna have a bag of crazy toys to give the corners of the girls and boys. So day Santa comes on day. You come a-calling when the snow's the most, when all your cats are sleeping warm as toast, and you gonna flip with old Saint Nick and raise a lick on the peppermint stick.
I'm Mike Vandiver, and this is my train collection that I put up at Christmas time. I have been doing this for 5 years, and whenever I put it up, I invite people to come and see the exhibit, and if they will, to give voluntary donation to a different nonprofit organization that I have chosen each of those 5 years, and this year it's for Mental Health America and the Anderson chapter. This is an O-scale train here, and it has a Coca-Cola theme engine and cars to it, and then the scenery in here is a waterfront scene. This is a G-scale train, which is the largest one that I have of all the trains, and it runs on a 2-rail track, and this particular train here is what I call a Santa train, and each one of the cars that come with this, I think I've got about 6 cars, have animation and lights on each one of the cars. This is a picture of me asking Santa Claus to bring me my first train, and it was an American Flyer train like this one that's on this layout right here, engine, and had a box car and some others with it. But this was at Sears here in Anderson, South Carolina, and I was 5 years old. I was born in 42, so this was in 47, and that's when I got my first train. I have an uncle who worked for the railroad here in Anderson, and it was a result of going down and seeing the real trains with him that I wanted to ask for a train for Christmas. And it happened that year that Christmas was on a Sunday, and whenever I woke up, my mother and daddy wouldn't even let me get out of bed until my uncle, who worked for the trains, came over to see me get out of bed and watch me while I got my train. As I said, it was on Sunday, and my dad and my uncle played with the train all day, and I was glad they had to go back to work on Monday morning so I could play with my train. This is a design that I made up as a result of us living in many different houses and having different arrangements and not enough room to put up all my trains. And so I designed this layout, which has a G-scale train on the bottom level, an O-scale train here, S-gauge here, HO here, and I can even put an N and a Z on top of that if I want to, but it's hard for the children to see the N and Z when it's on here, and I have made another way to display that train. But this actually comes apart, and the train tracks go on a dolly so that I can roll them in and out of the trailer and take them wherever I want to display. This is an S-gauge train and display here with the track, and it has Southern Railway passenger cars behind it, and these are hard to find, but I have found several of them and use them on this layout. And then the other thing is I like to look for different kinds of scenery. This one right here is a hot air balloon with Santa in it, and it rotates around. But here is a African American family, and daddy has the child up in the air. And then there's always this kind of thing right here, which is a Santa on a motorcycle. Here's a Santa's workshop, and out front of the Santa's workshop are a couple in a hot tub. This is a snowball fight scene, and lo and behold, we got some nuns who are out here throwing snowballs at the children who are looking, who are playing around in the park. This here's exhibit is open on the weekends, Saturdays and Sundays, from 3:30 until 8:30 p.m. And then during the weekdays, I'll have it open from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m.